You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris. Good Monday to you, sir.
Yeah, how's your weekend there, Smalls?
Oh, it was wonderful. Right. I just got to lay around and do nothing. I had no houseworks to do.
A man of leisure?
No, none of that's true. My wife has been making me work overtime lately. So
well, you got a brand new place you've been working on, remodeling.
It's coming along well.
Finally.
Yeah.
Hey, there's power tools strewn about.
Ooh, yeah, I got to tidy that up, by the way. But yeah, it's coming along really well.
It's going to be fantastic. It's National Ding-a-Ling Day. Just thought you should know.
Chuck Berry will be thrilled.
You know, that is what I thought when I saw it.
Yeah.
And I thought it can't be just the Chuck Berry song, can it? And,
is it?
Turns out it has nothing to do with it.
No, what does it have to do with it?
It's a day set aside.
I don't know if we want to know.
Friendly reminder to pick up the phone and call people that maybe used to be huge in your life who you haven't talked to for a while.
Really?
A relative, a friend, an old schoolmate, something like that.
That's not what I was picturing.
No, me neither.
My sister, who I haven't talked to in 6 years, should I call her today?
That would be fine. I believe she lives in England, doesn't she?
She does. We message back and forth on Facebook, but I should probably call her one of these days. She would be so shocked.
Well, today would be the day because it's Ding-a-Ling Day.
Ding-a-Ling Day.
Ding-a-ling. Hello.
Hello. She's got a British accent now. That's the thing that's hard for me when I'm talking to her. And she's like, pip, pip, cheerio.
She does
whatever
not.
she says.
Accents rub off, man. I lived a year and a half in Texas.
That's maybe not what she says.
So I lived in Texas for a year and a half, got back to the cities, and people immediately mentioned, what's with the accent? You don't even notice it.
Yeah.
I'm going, what are you talking about?
Here's the thing that's weird. She said, in England, everybody says I have an American accent. But then when she's talking to us, we hear a British accent. I'm like, you're just all messed up. So, no. I have to give her a ding-a-ling today.
That would be lovely. I can't pronounce this actress's name. She does have a birthday today, and she's 47. Okay.
That's nice.
You bet. You know her, you love her.
What is she in?
Know her,
Can I
you
guess?
love her.
Okay, she started out like years ago as Blossom.
Oh, yeah.
That series Blossom.
And now she's the host of the Mayim Bailink.
She was Amy Fowler on The Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
So you can't say it either.
Mayim Bailink.
What's what?
Mayim Bailink.
Happy birthday to her. Bob Barker is 99 today.
I may have said all of that wrong.
But now Heidi's looking at me with the squint. I know what you're thinking.
Alive?
I believe he is.
Alive.
He's still alive.
Is he?
Bob Barker, yes.
Look and see.
He lives on the Rosebud Reservation.
Yeah, he's 98 years old.
See? No, he's 99.
Oh, yeah. Well, he'll be, today. He turns 99 today. It's his birthday today, Dan. Did you know it was his birthday today?
It is.
Is that why we brought this up?
It sure is.
It is. Probably, I got to say, of course, he did The Price is Right for 127 years, but that scene in Happy Gilmore where he's beating the heck out of Adam Sandler,
that is
hilarious.
Cinematic classic.
It really
is.
One of the best of all times. And grew up listening to this guy. My dad was a huge fan. Frank Sinatra, born this day.
Oh, love Sinatra.
Sinatra, fantastic hits. Of course, My Way, Lady is a Tramp, Something Stupid.
Sorry.
And,
I love all of those, all the Rat Pack.
This
love
used
them.
this was on our mixtape during fishing trips I used to take about 20 years ago. It always played in the boat. Kid you not. We've got a little dramatic reading from 1965. Well, he made it his own, a signature tune. It was actually sang by Marlon Brando in 55 in Guys and Dolls.
Oh, wow.
Sinatra launched it on an album in 1965. Luck Be a Lady.
Oh, yeah. It's a great tune.
One.
Love this tune. Here we go.
Okay.
A lady doesn't leave her escort. It ain't fair. It ain't nice. A lady doesn't wander all over the room and blow on some other guy's dice. Let's keep this party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby. Baby. I'm the fella you came in with. Luck be a lady tonight.
Nice.
Frankie, he dug the dames. Frankie did.
I mean, how could you not, though?
He was a happening cat.
And the dames dug him. So.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of Frank Sinatra, this day in history, 1963, Frank Sinatra Jr. returned by kidnappers.
What?
He was kidnapped in Vegas.
Yeah.
Frankie
was?
Jr., yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've never heard that story.
Absolutely. 1963, this day, returned by kidnappers after Frank Sr., his dad, pays $240,000 ransom.
Holy cow.
True story.
I've never heard that story.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have now.
Now you know, Heidi.
In 1946, unbelievable. Talk about merchandising brilliance. Tide laundry detergent hits the shelves, goes on sale to the American public for the first time. Tide.
Nice.
And you ever notice year after year it's always new and improved? What the heck
yeah.
were they using in 46?
Well, yeah,
And it's more
they
and more and more
continually improve it.
expensive.
Unbelievable.
And make it newer.
And in 1980, guess what? This day, Apple makes its initial public offering on the stock exchange. You could buy a share of it, and it launched still, for 1980, still kind of steep. It was about $22 a share.
Yeah, wow.
38 years later, in 2018, becomes the first U.S. company ever to be valued at over $1 trillion. Think of it this way.
Jeez.
If you bought $1,000 worth of shares in Apple in 1980 on this day at about $22 a share, you can get about 45 shares. That would yield about $300,000 today.
Oh, wow. That's what some people refer to as a pretty good deal.
Yeah, not too shabby. So just
Nice.
thought I'd share that. So I know, we all know. We just bounce ahead here.
Gonna do that. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Super excited to visit with a guest right now. We have Preston Williams. He is a comedian from the Watertown area, now living in Sioux Falls. And you've got a show. Is this your first headlining show, Preston?
Not my first. My first in the Sioux Falls area, though. I've been around the South Dakota, around the Midwest a little bit, but this is the first hour I'm doing in the Sioux Falls area.
And it's going to be
out there
in T at Boss's Comedy Club this Friday night. And for folks maybe have not had a chance to hear you do comedy, let's talk a little bit about what you do on stage, because you're a fun guy.
Yeah, I like to think so. I mean, I mostly am a storyteller. I mean, it's almost a badge of honor I wear as a storyteller that I've been doing comedy for 6 years, and I've written 5 jokes. And I'm still getting paid for it. So
yeah. No, you do a good job, and you've lived an interesting life. You've had some fun things that have happened, and I love the fact that you always find the bright side of everything, even when it's a story that's maybe not a great story because things didn't go in your favor necessarily. You still found a way to tell the story and make everybody smile and laugh at it, right?
Absolutely. That's mainly the reason I got into this, is just trying to make people look at the positive stuff. I could say I'm trying to coin the term happy cynic. The world is messed up, but that makes it beautiful.
Absolutely. I love that. So this Friday, if people would like to go to the show, they can try to get tickets at the door, but if they wait, they might not get a ticket. So if they want to get tickets in advance, how do they do that?
There's a link to the ticket site on my website, PrestonWilliamsComedy.com.
Very, very nice. We're going to share that on our social media as well. Make it really easy to find. And you've got a couple other folks on this show with you. Who else is going to be telling jokes with you this Friday?
Oh, there's my lovely friend TR Risk, and then there's another guy. You might have heard of him. He's hosting it, John Small.
Oh, I've heard of that guy. Oh, that's me.
You've heard of that guy.
Yeah, that's me. No, I am really honored that you chose me to host your headlining first one in Sioux Falls. This is cool. And this is not the first time we've worked together, but it's the first time we work together like this, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we've done some gigs together, but no, when I started thinking about who I wanted to host this, like, God, I got to do John Small. I mean, you've hosted and emceed for some serious events and some serious people. So thank you again for hosting for this. It's quite an honor to work with you too.
No, it's a whole lot of fun. I am super excited. Again, it's this Friday, and I recently did a show in a completely different market, like an hour away. And when I was posting on Facebook, people were saying, "Why don't you ever do shows in Sioux Falls?" So here's a show. It's not in Sioux Falls. It's in T. It's real close, and you get just a little bit of me, but you get a little more of TR Risk, who's very funny, and then a whole lot of Preston Williams, who's very, very funny. It is definitely well worth the admission to come out and join us. And the thing that's neat, if they want to come out and have like dinner and stuff, they can do all of that too, can't they?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They got great food over there at Boston. It's a pizza place first and a comedy shop second. So you know they got good food.
Absolutely. Again, Preston Williams, TR Risk, and myself, yours truly. It is this Friday, December 16th. The doors open at 5:30, but the show is at 7. So if you want to come early and grab some dinner, and you can have dinner while we're telling jokes too. I don't think it's a good idea, because then if you start laughing, you choke, and we got to do CPR. It's a whole thing. I mean, you don't want that.
Yeah.
Well, Preston, I am excited to work with you on Friday. Thank you again for choosing me, and thanks for taking the time to chat with me here.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, John. It was lovely talking to you, too.
Again, Preston Williams. He is a very funny local comedian who you will get a chance to see this Friday headlining a show in T, South Dakota at the new location for Boss's Comedy Club. I've got a link to tickets at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this Monday?
Ooh, we're going to travel into the wicked world of sin, John and Heidi.
Uh-oh.
Sin, you know, the 7 deadly sins?
Yes.
Right, from biblical times, your basic lust, gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, and pride. Well, the good folks at Wallet Hub, who really seem to have a lot of time on their hands,
Apparently, yeah.
have decided to take a little modern look at cities across the nation and find out where the most sinful little places are. I think we got Minnesota, Iowa, and South Dakota. It's kind of interesting to arrive at each city's sin ranking. They looked at 47 key indicators, like drinking, crime, gambling, things of those natures, things a little more modern-day sinful. Violent crime, thefts, obesity, drinking, smoking, gambling, adult entertainment establishments per capita. Tanning salons. What does that got to do with anything? Oh, that's under vanity. And laziness, the average daily time spent watching TV.
Ooh.
In our area, tri-state area, only one city is among the top 50 most sinful in the nation. Any guesses?
Beersford.
Any guesses? Beersford.
I'm just kidding.
Sisseton.
No.
Sisseton.
Is it Fargo?
Actually, Minneapolis checks in. My hometown checks in at number 50.
Huh.
Oh.
Pulling in rankings of number 23 in both greed and vanity.
Huh.
South Dakota's most sinful city
Sturgis.
is just 9 spots down from Minneapolis. It's Rapid City. It's ranked 59th. Rapid City is less sinful than Minneapolis. Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Holy cow. The top 10 ranking of just number 7 in lust and a top 25 showing number 22 in anger and hatred. Holy cow.
That's too bad.
That surprises me. The other tri-state city in the top 100 is St. Paul, is ranked 91st. South Dakota and Iowa's biggest cities are the bottom half of the sinful list. Sioux Falls ranks 112th, and Des Moines 128.
Nice. That's a good place to be. We don't want to be sinful.
No, I try my best not to be, John.
No. That is not a list you want to be on.
No, it's not.
Number 1 ranking in the country, Las Vegas.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
You know what their nickname is, Dan?
Nevada Sin
City.
It's right there in the name.
It's in the name.
Well, very good. That was very interesting. Heidi, did you find that interesting?
I also found that interesting.
found it interesting.
Well, thanks, you too. Hey, man, have a chipper Monday, won't you, please?
We
Filled with boxes full of puppies and unicorns.
yeah.
I love that.
In glitter sparkle rainbows.
We are also, by the way, getting ready for our Sunny Radio Christmas Party Extravaganza Spectacular. And I'm going to see if Dan can guess today what we're going to do. So
Build a bear.
So Heidi's going to take...
Oh my gosh, yes.
Heidi's going to take notes on what he guesses, and then we'll line that
Yes,
up.
we're doing Build a Bear.
We're doing bit. I was kidding. What? Help me.
Oh
Just
my
help
gosh,
me.
that would be so much fun.
Can you imagine a bear built by us? That
No,
poor bear.
no.
That poor bear.
Hey, have a prosperous, blessed Monday. I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow.
Sounds good. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com.
Here's a Market Beat Minute for Monday, December 12th, 2022. Equities retreat ahead of the December FOMC meeting because of a growing fear of inflation. The last few consumer inflation reports suggested that inflation had peaked, but that was bellied by the PPI index Friday. That came in hot on all counts and points to ongoing systematic inflation that will lead to higher consumer prices down the road. The takeaway is that the Fed may slow the pace of interest rate hikes, but the duration and peak rate will be more than the market is expecting. Other than the FOMC meeting and the PPI, there's little for the market to pay attention to other than economic data, and there's a lot of that on the calendar. Reads on Empire Manufacturing, Philly Fed, MBOS, and retail sales top the list of reports. And they're expected to show a mixed picture of the economy, which will do little to cheer investors ahead of the holidays. A Santa Claus rally may be coming, but it's not here yet. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.